Welcome to the Backwoods Gourmet Key West to Denali series. Today we're at Denali in Alaska, Denali National Park. Today we're going to cook up one of my favorite dishes and one of a very popular dish here on the channel, some beef biscuits. So stay tuned. So unfortunately we had to set up here right beside the road. It's the only place we could find to cook for you guys today. You can only drive so far up in this park, and the rest of it's a bus tour. But we found this little wash here, had a little pull off. So hopefully the ranger doesn't stop us from doing what we're doing here. I don't see why he would, but anyway, we're going to do those beef biscuits. I already got some charcoal started in the chimney starter, and we're going to do those up in the Dutch oven. Real quick, I'm going to go over what you're going to need for this. You're going to need some meat. I found a deal on some beautiful ribeye, and the reason I got this ribeye is because it was super cheap for some reason, and it looked really good. But you can use stew meat, any kind of game meat, venison, moose. And over here we got the Trinity plus some mushrooms. Already sliced. Had those in our Ice Cove refrigerator in the back of the truck for this trip today. So you need those. You're going to need some seasoning. You're going to need some of your slam biscuits. Get the good ones, grands. I got the flaky ones. I didn't have the old-fashioned kind. Kind of limited on what you can, availability of stuff up here. You need a little bit of water and some beef broth. So let's get started. First thing we want to do is go ahead, while our fire's getting ready, let's go ahead and get some seasoning on this beef. Probably going to be easier. Let me dump it out here on a plate. And we have our bear spray handy too, because we are in National Park, and there are grizzlies here. They're pretty mean rascals. Alright, get that kind of spread out. Just basically got salt, pepper, garlic. Gonna give that a real good hit of that, because it's about the seasoning we're gonna bring into this dish. Gonna toss them around a little bit. Some of that seasoning on them. Start bringing out some moisture, and then we'll dredge them in a little flour. Alright, I've given those a little minute to soak up that seasoning. I'm going to put them right back in this container that I brought them here in, which I wish it was a little bit bigger. I got some flour in the bottom of it, and then we're just going to shake them real good. That's a good way to dredge stuff if you don't have a lot of room. Pretty good. Stack them down. Good to go. Perfectly dredged and contained all the mess. Right here I have our camp plate on our little rack that we carry around with us. Camp made collapsible charcoal chimney. One of the few things from Camp Made that I really recommend. That thing has really come in handy for packing up like we're doing now. And we got the number 10, or the 10-inch deep Lodge Dutch oven. All right, my coals are looking pretty good. I'm gonna dump them out into a single pile. Get started here. Gonna need some good bottom heat to get going. Alright, single pile. Let's throw the Dutch oven on there and let her start heating up. Give that a little minute to get hot. Go ahead and drop our bites. Trying not to get a ton of the flour in there, but it's just going to help thicken everything up later. Brown those off a little bit. You can do that without the cover, also, actually. So all of our pieces looks nice and brown now. We'll go ahead and just scoop them out with my holy spoon onto a plate. And we're going to pour off all that extra grease to a plate and let it cool down so we can take that with us. Alright, so the extra flour that we had from dredging, I left about 2 tablespoons of oil in the bottom of the Dutch oven. Go ahead and put that flour in there. Start browning that flour off. And that's going to help to make the gravy component. Put in a little bit at a time. Easier to sneak up on it. What we're making here is a roux. So I've been stirring this. It's browning up really nice. Make this as brown as you like. Looking good enough for me right now. I'll go ahead and add some water to it. Should thicken up. There's your gravy. Add water to it a little bit at a time so it doesn't take all your heat out. That's nice and creamy looking now, smooth. Dump the rest of this bottle of water in there. Put our meat back in it. Stir that down in there. And now we're going to cover it up. So I'm going to go ahead and start moving some of these coals up to the top. They're sitting around the outside here. Spread these out. We're going to give a low simmer on this thing for a little while. It's been about 10 minutes. So we put the coals on top. Got a really nice simmer going there. I'm just going to go down and scrape the bottom a little bit, because that gravy will sit down there and kind of want to scorch on you a little bit. So taking my flat wooden spatula, just kind of get down there and scrape it. Scrape it loose so you don't build up. We're gonna go on in there now. In a few more minutes, we're just gonna dump veggies. Okay. Notice how thick that's getting, and that's gonna thin down just a little bit as the water cooks out of those veg. This is the trick to making these where your biscuits are not soggy on the bottom. Just went and checked, and our gravy is done. We're going to go ahead and put these little guys. These are big old B&B charcoals, and I'll tell you now, things burn a little different here at a high altitude. Especially we got a little breeze running. That's helping too. These burn down fairly quickly. But I'm going to go ahead and tuck those on the bottom. Still need a little bottom heat for these biscuits. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and right here in this nice rocky area. That's a look at it inside. It's bubbling. I got a new set of B&Bs going here. I'm going to dump them. We need good top heat. Catch that one. Full air, a ring around the outside. touching. Sorry, we got the bus stopping next to us here. Alright, full ring. 2 on the top. It's going to pop us up to 450. We're not putting the biscuits in yet though. We want that to preheat a little bit before we put them in. Alright, we gave it a 5 minutes or so to preheat. I smell it really going good in there. We give it a final stir. Just make sure nothing's sticking on the bottom. It's not. The veg is very, very close to done. Gravy's looking awesome. Time to put on the biscuits. And believe me, I just opened these up. I wish I'd have caught it on camera. We're up at altitude, so who knows what altitude these were packed at, but they really pop good. Start in the middle. We'll get right on top of gravy. Then we'll go around the circle. Lid back on her. And we'll make sure our coals are spread out evenly so that they bake evenly. So about 6 or 7 minutes, they're starting to brown up already. I got my butter. I want to put a little butter on them. Butter's cold, so I'll just heat it up on the side of the pot. I don't want to fire up the stove or anything like that. Rub it on the side of that nice hot pot. And rub it on your biscuits. They're puffing up really nice. This butter on the top is going to make them even better. And they're cooking really even. I'm real happy about that. Center's cooking a little faster, so might move those 2 center ones out. But a few more minutes, it'll be time to eat. Alright guys, it's been about 15 minutes total. Just put those butter on those about 5 minutes ago. Tap those coals so they don't get ash in our dinner. And we'll lift her off. And I'm calling that done.
I once heard a song, a voice from the depths of time. I heard your song, and now I call it mine. Oh, true love of mine, I can no longer hold it. The calling of the wild, the calling of the wild. Oh, true love, you are my every song.
Hope you brought your plate. This is way more than we can eat. But I'm going to go ahead and plate this up for you. In the past, I've known that some people have commented they had a hard time getting the bottom of their biscuits done. I'll show that to you. But you got that beautiful gravy. And I guarantee you can't just eat just one of these. There you go, beef biscuits done right here on the Denali State, or Denali National Park, side of the road.
Really good. Definitely worth the wait. Try the biscuits. Perfect.
So thanks for following along with us all the way from Key West to Denali State Park in Alaska, the transcontinental road trip, all to culminate with this video right here. But hey, make sure you check out the Backwoods Florida Adventures channel. I'm gonna leave you a link right down below so you can see all the other stuff that didn't quite make the cut for the Backwoods Gourmet channel. Maybe we didn't have any cooking, maybe we were doing something else, but it's beautiful scenery over there on the Backwoods Florida Adventures channel. So if you like what we're seeing, please smash that like button right down there. To subscribe to our channel, you can do it right over there for another great Key West to Denali adventure you might not have seen yet. Going to be right over there. And for a whole playlist of cast iron and Dutch oven cooking, going to be right up there. We'll see y'all next time.